Welcome everybody, it's Selim. Today I'm going to be showing you the best and fastest strategy to complete the Eisendrache Easter egg on solo. Keep in mind this is not a tutorial, so how I actually recommend watching this is hand in hand with the tutorial, so you'll have the strategy and the tutorial unless you already have a very good idea of the Easter egg and you can name up all the steps like I can. If you guys don't, I recommend going in the description and go pulling out the tutorial on a separate page. Keep in mind this is not an early round game, this is to complete as fast as possible. For example, the game that I actually beat this in, it only took me an hour 18 minutes in the actual game. I wasn't even trying to do it fast, it's just that this strategy is so easy, it's amazing. Without further delay, let's get into it. Now one thing I want you to do before you actually even get in the game, you need one Gobblegum, and don't worry, it is not a Mega Gobblegum. It is the Gobblegum Danger Closest. This is so important for the boss fight later on in this Easter egg, so do not forget about that Gobblegum. But if you are going to be using Gobblegums, I recommend Mega Gobblegums. I recommend like something to help you get your guns, like I don't know, something to spawn in fire sale and just stuff like that, you know, get free perks, stuff like that. I don't really recommend Perkaholic because at the end of the Easter egg you get free Perkaholic, what's the use? But let's get into the actual gameplay. On round 1, what I need you guys to do is to get at least 1,750 points and leaving one zombie. Now, how is this done? So one way you can, this is optional this step, but you can use a fuse to get like a double points or a max ammo. A double points is perfect, max ammo is helpful. If there's anything else, do not get that from the tram. Of course, I've done this without any power-ups at all within the first 4 rounds, so you do not need these power-ups, but they help so much while you're actually doing it. You'll have so much more extra money that you can spend. So what you have to do after getting it, or if you didn't get a power-up you want to line up the zombies and shoot them all in the leg 8 times, but make sure you do not shoot the same zombie 2 times in the leg. A single round 1 zombie can only take 8 direct shots to the leg. Any more than that, it will probably kill it. So you can shoot it through another zombie's legs. You guys will see gameplay in the background showing you exactly how I did it. I did accidentally kill one like that, but make sure you do not kill anything else like that. Also, rebuilding will give you about 40 points if that's necessary. Also, going prone under quick revive and double tap. After leaving one zombie from the round 1, you should have enough money even without any max ammo or double points. So just head to the door towards double tap and of course again leaving one zombie and go prone under double tap to get the extra 100, pay 1,000 for that door, and you'll have that one zombie left. Then start feeding this dragon. Make sure after this, the only reason you should be killing zombies is to feed the dragon or to get money, the little bit of money you need for doors, or if you're like about to die. Those are the only 3 reasons you should be killing them. But make sure you're always feeding the dragon. Of course, you are going to be using your knife for this round, for round 2 and round 3 mainly, because you will not be able to buy a weapon. The dragons take 8 zombies each in total to feed it, and at the end of round 2, because there's 8 zombies in round 2, you should have 1 zombie left over. At this point, if you have 2,750 points or more, you can actually head on to the next part. Just go open the door to Samantha's room and then the door to the power and turn it on. But if you do not have enough points, don't worry. This is actually what's most likely going to have to happen to you unless you got some really good lucky drops while you were playing. If you got that double points at the start and you got a max ammo like at the start of round 2, you normally are not going to have enough. So go ahead and kill off that last zombie, of course, if you do not have enough, and just make sure you get all the money you need to open these next 2 doors. First one is obviously going to count 1,250, and then the next one's going to cost 1,500. It won't make a difference, don't worry, if you go into round 3. As long as there's 8 zombies left at the end of round 3. In fact, I didn't even have 8 zombies at the end of round 3 for my game, and I still did this. After you got enough money, no matter how you did it, go ahead and turn on power and head to the next dragon head, and on your way there, go ahead and grab yourself the part to the shield. Also, I forgot to mention, don't forget to grab that part to the shield right before you on your way to get the first dragon head. When you're heading there, again, This dragon again will take 8 zombies. Make sure you don't waste any zombies. You're trying not to waste any zombies because these zombies are very valuable zombies. At the end of round 3, you should have enough to get a gun. You can rather get one from the mystery box is what I like to do, because for some reason I had really good luck at the brick. Actually, you probably want like a submachine gun or something, get you more points on these early rounds, but still, just you can rather spin for one, or if you're not confident in the mystery box, go ahead and just buy a gun off the wall, whichever way you feel and however much money you have. At the start of round 4 or somewhere inside round 4, you should start feeding the last dragon head. Make sure you should really have some zombies left over after you're finished with that dragon head. Go ahead and while you're down here, grab the last shield part. Just if you guys want me to make a video on how to build the shield, go ahead and tell me, but if you guys know where all the spawns for these, you'll already know yourself. Once you're done with this, go ahead and if you trade off your pistol for your brand new bow, and go ahead and start the upgrading process for your bow. Now the bow we're going to actually use for this strategy is the lightning bow, because no other bow works. You have to do the lightning bow upgrade. This strategy will not work any other way. I won't go step by step for the bow upgrading steps, but I will have a link in the description if you guys want to check out exactly how to upgrade the bow if you don't know already. Let me just skip to the step that is actually going to help you in this step. So normally you would have to head to the rocket launch area to go shoot the last I guess pile of wood. So this would normally cost you 1,500 to open the door and 1,000 for a trip there and a trip back. But we don't need this trip. We want to save this 1,000 for later on. What I want you to do is head to the gatehouse, and you guys will watch a gameplay. What you want to do, you want to look out this window and aim right about where I'm aiming and just shoot. I recommend shooting this pile last because you'll get the success image on the top of your screen. Make sure that you do not charge your bullet at all. Just click it. Don't charge your bullet. Just click it, or it will miss and it'll go way too far. So just click it and aim where I am, and you'll be able to know you got it when you get that success thing. Again, just after that, just go ahead and just do your wall run step, and then go ahead and feed the 2 urns that you can get to now, because at this point you haven't opened the teleporter yet. So after this part, you are going to have to head to the teleporter and to the rocket pad, because you are going to need to get to this last urn. I'd recommend doing this one last because you can get money while doing the other urn steps, and if you have enough money, I recommend grabbing quick revive actually before heading here, because this one can be kind of risky. And before you actually leave, do not forget, because I forgot once and it completely screwed over my game. What I want you to do is actually make sure you get the electricity on the bow and shoot that pile of wood over there. Very important that you do that, or it will cost you an extra 1,000 at this point, and you do not want to be wasting any money at this point. Also, don't forget to grab the pack-a-punch pieces. They should be there. Go ahead and grab them, because you don't want the pack-punch spawning down here. Also, it matters how many zombies you have left, but if you just have a little bit of zombies, and this really should be done on round 6, you shouldn't have unless you were wasting zombies and playing reckless, you should not have anyone's. Of course, if you got cornered, that's a perfect reason why you don't have that many zombies here. But if you barely have any zombies left, you can go for the DG4 part, the Ragnarok DG4, just by flipping the switch, running back over. But I don't really recommend doing this, because if you get down, then it's going to really suck, because you don't really have a good way to protect yourself inside this area. But if you're confident in your skills right here, go ahead. You might as well get it done right away. And I only recommend doing this again if you only have a little bit of zombies left, because you want the maximum amount of zombies for you can complete the step for upgrading your bow by feeding your bow souls. After you finish upgrading your bow, it should be round 7. Don't worry if it's round 8, but you want to end around round 7. I've had enough, and I still had zombies to spare at the end of round 7. So you should really it should really be done about round 7. You can rather, if you feel confident that these zombies won't down you while you're doing these next steps, go ahead and leave as many zombies as you want. And if you want to leave one zombie, that's perfectly fine, whichever one you feel more safe with, because It doesn't matter if you do or do not. It will be a little bit more helpful if you do not kill these zombies off, but you want to be as safe as possible sometimes. So the next step you're going to actually do, you're going to do the Wisp step. And I will show you the best path that I found for checking all the Wisp spawns and shooting them. So I'll go ahead and play that for you now. So once you finish shooting all the wisps, there will be 4 in total. You'll head to the teleporter to go teleport, but before you teleport, I want you to grab this plant right here and then teleport. Then when you're grabbing all the parts you need for and getting Grof's code at this point, I want you to go place that plant pot right there to grab it, to place it right there. This is actually going to let you get a free Mega Gobblegum. It can be useful. I do not recommend getting it this round. Do not grab it this round. I will tell you when at the best time to get it. When you get teleported out of Dr. Grof's room and you collected everything you needed from there, a Panzer will spawn. And you want to kill this guy, but you do not want to end the round, because by killing him, you will by killing any zombies at the end of the round and ending the round will change Dr. Grof's code, and you'll have to go back in time this next one. So this is a point where it is better to leave more zombies at the end of this round, because more will survive, because you have a better chance of not killing the last zombie. Just keep in mind, you do not want to end the round right here. It will screw over your whole game, and you'll have to do it another round. It won't screw over the whole game, but it'll kind of mess with this strategy guide. When you kill the Panzer, go ahead and grab that Ragnarok part that he drops. Of course, after this you will go to put the Grof's code in, and how you guys do it, you have to put the of course isn't a tutorial, but this is important for this step. You want to go activate, you want to put the fuse in, then activate the death ray. It'll actually put it to protect, then activate the death ray. And because you have to activate the death ray, some people say you don't, but I am 100% sure you have to activate the death ray to actually put in his code. After you activate the death ray, run over there, put Dr. Grof's code. Again, make sure you do not end the round. If you end the round here, it will completely it'll change Dr. Grof's code, and then you'll have to restart. At this point, make sure you don't end the round, so I recommend making crawlers and then running way ahead of them, make sure they don't respawn that far ahead, but make sure you make some distance between them and run back, put Dr. Grof's code in as fast as possible, then look up in the air, look for the Ragnarok part that just spawned, and then go to the Wonder Sphere machine that will send you through it. So make sure you grab that will help a lot for you. You don't have to activate this death ray again. After doing this, do not end the round until you shoot Dempsey out of the sky. Get all the other steps done, shoot Dempsey out of the sky, then end the round to do the Wisp step again, because you will need to do the Wisp step again to grab a plate that is inside there that you'll have to grab. But make sure you do not end the round until Dempsey is shot out of the sky. And if you end the round again, it'll mess you up, but it won't be that big of a deal. Don't worry, if you do make any mistakes, it won't be a huge deal, but you want to try to follow this as best as possible. When you're doing the Wisp step, again, follow the path I showed you and try not to kill zombies. Only kill zombies if they're going to kill you, of course, and make sure you have your shield at this part too. And before you make sure, again, you're at the start of round 8 and you're doing the Wisp step, you just completed it. And before you actually run into the teleporter to go teleport, I want you to grab the Mega Gobblegum from that plant right there. For you can see what you got. You can get really lucky. I've never seen it before, but you can get a ultra rare Mega Gobblegum. But I've never seen it before, but who knows what you'll get. So when you go back in time, again, you'll have to grab the... of course, hit the book first and then grab the play. Again, a Panzer will spawn. Again, try to kill the Panzer without killing any zombies, because you're going to need a lot of zombies for the next step when you're feeding the zombies to the Keeper. After this, start the Keeper step, because you'll have that plate. And of course, when you get to the double points one, place the plate down there and you'll feed all these zombies. But at round 9, I recommend start spinning for the spinning the Gobblegum machine. Actually, maybe round 10. Because the Gobblegum you want to get, because you want to get this Gobblegum because you can only spin the Gobblegum machine once per round, but you want to get the danger closest Gobblegum, and you want that to be ready for when you're going to go into the boss fight. It is a very important one. Once you have fed the Keeper with all of the things, all of the places, the Keeper will head down there, bring the MPD down. And if you haven't already, grab that last DG4 part, and at this part, you'll have to put that valve inside, that blue valve that you grabbed the first time you teleported back in time inside there. It will open. Again, you'll need the DG4 completed at this point. I'm not going to do an exact description. This is a strategy guide how to pretty much get here, but I want to make a separate video for how to defeat the boss. I will tell you what essentially you need. I won't say how to defeat him, because at this point, most people already know. And I want to make it a separate video, but what I want you to do, when you're going in there, you want to get Jug, obviously, double tap, and stamina up, which is super important. Stamina is more important than double tap. It is so important, stamina up, if you can, because there's going to have a lot of Panzers chasing you, and this is going to be so helpful to get away from them, and you'll be moving fast in general. The three most important things is obviously Jug. That's important for everything. Stamina up, and the Gobblegum danger closest. This again is not a Mega Gobblegum, but is so important. It helps so much when you're fighting Panzers. You will not receive any damage from their shock charge things they shoot, or you will not receive any fire damage from when they shoot you with fire. The fire will still slow you down, but you won't receive any damage, I believe. So thank you guys for watching. Again, I will have a video on how to complete how to defeat the boss by yourself, and of course the steps after are pretty simple. You just have to go grab the summoning key, place it in the MPD, let it charge, take it out, head up to the top, and so there's not really strategy around there. Just put it on the computer. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you found it informative and helpful. Tell me if I made a mistake, or is there a way to improve this, or is just anything about this in general. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll help me so much, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.